ladies, Rebecca Garcia here, and I am a business and life coach, and I'm also the founder of Christian Women Entrepreneurs Network, also known as CWEN, C-W-E-N, and I am here with your CWEN tips for the week. I'm going to be talking to you today about being all in. Are you all in your business? Are you all in the way you show up? So I'm going to have 4 tips for you today, 5 tips for you today on how to be all in. So the number 1 is about trust. So if God has called you to this business and what you're doing for this particular season, do you trust Him with it? If you believe that this is where you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to be doing, do you fully trust God with it? And if you do, then you're going to trust Him with the outcome and the results. You're going to trust Him to provide the resources that you might need. You're going to trust Him to provide the clients that you might need. You're going to trust Him to be there with guidance and direction and wisdom for you. So it does take trust. And so that means you have to seek Him to be able to trust Him. You have to spend time with Him to be able to trust Him. So number 1 is trust. If you're all in, do you trust God? It's about trusting what He's called you to do. Number 2 is about faith. So trust and faith. So faith, a very wise woman who is a mentor of mine told me to faith my fears. Instead of face my fears, it's faith my fears. So can you step out in faith? If you trust God with it, it requires stepping out in faith. So having the faith that what you're doing is what you're supposed to be doing, and stepping out into some things that are really God-sized things, and that does take an act of faith. And so the next one, number 3, is about focus. So if you trust God with it and you have faith that you are going to be, that you're going to do, you're going to be able to face those things and face those things that may be hard, they may be big things, then it requires number 3, being focused. Focusing on what is that thing, what is it that you're called to do, and staying really focused about the steps that you take and the way you show up every day. So staying focused on what is that plan that you have. Are you going in the right direction? Are you staying busy and making busy work and being distracted? Or are you really focused and getting more and more focused on what it is He's calling you to do, why it is that He's calling you to do it, and being able to follow that path with focus, okay? And then number 4 is commit. You have to be all in, you have to commit, fully commit to what it is. There are going to be times where you're going to get discouraged, things get hard. And so it does require a commitment. So are you willing to commit no matter how hard it gets, no matter what stumbling blocks come in your way? Are you committed to seeing this through? And how do you do that? Well, you follow the first 3. You trust, you have faith, you faith those things, you stay focused, okay, and you stay committed. I know there are times where you want to give up and just get that job job and just have other people tell you what to do and let them be responsible. But if God's called you to this, and I know that you know, if He has, then just be committed, be all in and be fully committed. And then number 5 is act. And these all play on each other, really. They're really almost all the same thing. They just require a different level of action. And so if you trust, if you have faith, and if you can step out in faith and just take those things on and step into what God has for you, if you can stay focused, if you can commit, then the last step really is to take action. And taking action means just, you don't have to jump and leap into these really giant things unless you feel like you're supposed to. But most of the time it means just taking those steps. Just take one little step at a time. You take the step, you make the plan, make sure you're going in the right direction, and you take those steps, and before you know it, you're there. You've gotten to your goal. You've gotten to phase 1 or phase 2 or phase 3 or wherever you're at. So make sure that you are taking action and that you have that mapped out, that you know when you're going to do the things that you're going to do. So again, recapping: trust, have faith, be focused, be committed, take action, and just believe, really believe in yourself and believe in what God is doing with you and for you and around you and through you, and you'll see the results. If you have any questions about any of these things, if I can help you in any way, please let me know. You can put a comment below in the post. You can leave me a comment. You can send me a private message. I'd love to answer any questions that you have. But if you put it in the comments, chances are someone else might have a similar question, and you might be helping somebody else by asking. So feel free to ask. But I would say take a really serious look. Pray about it. If it is what you're supposed to be doing and you know it, jump in with both feet. Be all in and trust in what God is doing in your life and the way that He is calling you to do it. You're out there to serve and to bless and to be a blessing, and He wants to work with you. He wants to guide you and direct you and help you. We just have to be cooperative, right? Okay, so I pray that this helps you. I pray God's blessings over you. We hope you'll join us at a CWEN group gathering on either the first or the third or both first and third Wednesdays of each month at the Grove Church here in San Diego. Again, if you have any questions, please contact me. Otherwise, God bless, and we hope to see you again and talk to you again soon with our CWEN tips.